a small Indian village, surrounded by green fields and rivers, two brothers, Ram and Mohan, lived on neighboring farms. For years, they worked side by side, shared meals, and helped each other through every season. But one summer, a small argument about land boundaries grew into something bigger. Words were exchanged, pride stepped in, and silence took its place. The two brothers stopped talking. One morning, Ram woke up to find something new. A deep ditch between the two farms. Mohan had ordered his workers to dig a trench to mark the separation. Ram's heart burned with anger. "So that's how he wants it?" he said. "Fine, let it be." A few days later, a wandering carpenter came to Ram's house. He was an old man with kind eyes and a weathered smile. He said, "I'm looking for work, sir. Do you have anything that needs fixing?" Ram thought for a moment and said bitterly, "Yes. My brother built a ditch to divide us. I want you to build a tall wooden fence here so I never have to see his face again." The carpenter nodded slowly. "I understand. I'll do as you say, but I'll need wood and nails." Ram agreed and left for the market. By the time Ram returned in the evening, the sun was setting. He looked out and froze. The carpenter hadn't built a fence at all. Instead, he had built a beautiful wooden bridge, stretching across the ditch, connecting the two lands once again. On the other side of the bridge stood Mohan, holding a bucket of water and wiping his eyes. He said softly, "Brother, after all I did, you still built a bridge?" Ram didn't know what to say. His anger melted away. He walked across the bridge and hugged his brother tightly. The old carpenter smiled quietly, gathered his tools, and started to leave. Mohan ran after him and said, "Please, stay a few more days. I have more work for you." The old man smiled and said, "I'm sorry, my friend. I have more bridges to build." And with that, he walked away, disappearing into the dusty path under the orange sky. We all have ditches in our lives. Small gaps that start with a few harsh words, hurt feelings, or moments of pride. At first, they seem small, but slowly, they grow into walls. Walls that keep us apart from the people who once stood right beside us. But sometimes, all it takes is one small act, a kind word, a call, a simple "I'm sorry," to build a bridge again. It doesn't take much courage to fight, it takes courage to forgive. Fences may protect us, but they also keep love out. Bridges, on the other hand, bring hearts together. So if there's someone you've drifted away from, maybe today is the day to take that first step. Because in the end, the world doesn't remember who built the walls. It remembers the ones who built the bridges. The people who chose peace over pride and love over ego.